Welcome to Geography Gen. Today we're going to be having a look at the continents around the world. First of all, we need to know what a continent is. So a continent is a large landmass or a large area of land. The second thing we need to know is we need to know how many continents there are. So what you can do now is you can see if you can count them up. So we've got one over here, one here, one here, one over here, one here, one here, and one down here. So there are 7 continents. Now what we're going to do is we're going to label the names of them. Now what might be really helpful is if you pause the video here and you see if you can name the different continents by yourself. So see if you can test yourself, because I'm going to go through the answers now and I'm going to give you a couple of ways that you can try and remember which one is which. So if we start off with number 1. So number 1 is called North America. Now the way I remember this is North America is in the north and South America is in the south, and the two are connected here in the middle. So I'm going to write on here North America, and down here I'm going to write South America. Now I always remember that the Amazon rainforest is in South America and there's some little trees here, so that's just another little way of trying to remember which one is which. Right, let's have another look over here. So let's have a look at number 3. So number 3, okay, so this continent here is to the south of the continent we live in, and this continent is called Africa. I've coloured it in yellow because this is quite hot, and you've got the Sahara Desert in this large area here. Right, if we have a little look up here, so this continent here, this is where we live, and it's called Europe. So I'm going to label this Europe. The way I remember this is we live in England, in the United Kingdom, and if you think of the word you're up, so this is where you live, so it's called Europe. Right, let's move over to number 5. So number 5 is called Asia. Once again, the way I remember this is I know that this little shape down here, this country here is India, and then you've got China over here and Russia over here. So one thing I think of is sort of Asian cuisine or Asian food, and it helps me to remember if I can see India, I know that India's in Asia, and therefore I know the name of the continent. Right, let's move on to this one here. Now, most of you will already know that this is Australia. So the name of the continent is really, really simple. It's Australasia. So it's Australia with a bit of Asia within it. So let's write this down. So Australasia. Okay. It could also be called, it does have a second name, which is Oceania. Okay, either of those answers is fine. Okay, the final continent, and I've left it white. You can see it's got little pictures of ice on it as well. So this is the coldest continent, and this one is Antarctica. Antarctica. So those are the answers, and those are the 7 continent names. Just one more thing, try not to forget you always need to use capital letters, okay, when you write down the names of continents or countries.